Hey, good evening, everybody. Looks like we've got, oh, wow, got Jonathan in. And, oh, hi, Mandy. How are you doing, kiddo? Now, Jonathan, I don't really need that announcement there. But we've got a couple special guests here. We're going to be talking about the Disability Access Service, also commonly referred to as DAS, for Disney parks. And I've got two very special guests here that have used DAS successfully in the past. They've used the disability services back in the good old days when it used to be a free for all. And they've used it fairly recently as well. Uh, my special guests today are from Talking Mickey Project. We have Emma and her mother, Melissa. And here we are.
Oh, hello everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Emma. Hi, Melissa. Welcome into to the channel today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us, Brian.
All right, hey, no problem. You're welcome anytime, Emma. Now, the, first of all, we want to get a little bit of background for those that may not know you. Talking Mickey Project is you guys have become friends of mine. I think you guys are some of the nicest people out there on YouTube. But
Oh,
tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
What do we do?
Let me try to remember.
The Talking Mickey project initially started out as a homework assignment from Emma's school.
One of them actually.
One of them, and she had to do a Shark Tank presentation. And her daddy and I had a relative regional successful podcast in South Carolina. So we said, why don't we do a podcast about Mickey?
Sorry, welcome in, Mari Memphis.
Hi, Mara Memphis.
Hi, Mary Memphis.
And then we had so much fun doing the presentation. Kevin goes and Emma go, well, why don't we do this for real? So that's when we started. And it started with Kevin and Emma at the screen and me sitting on the side. And it started with trivia.
Yes.
And the trivia was just a hodgepodge of stuff. And when we go back and watch those early ones, like, oh my gosh,
We still have the green screen.
But initially it was to show people that despite your disability, that you could become successful at anything you want to do with the love and support of your family and friends.
Yes.
So it just took off from there. It was just trivia once a month on a Saturday. Then we started doing trivia every 2 weeks. Then it was every week. Then we started doing interviews, and it just started snowballing. And now Emma's up to you're up to almost 480 subscribers now.
Wow, like I'm impressed.
I think we're at are we at 475 or 475?
You guys are up there.
So we're up there. So she's doing great. She and her daddy have a great rapport together.
He's down there.
And we do have some new people here in chat. We have Kathleen Adair. Thank you for coming on in.
Hi, Kathleen.
Kathleen's the one that sent us the cool box of Canadian items.
Oh, nice. That was very nice of you, Kathleen.
What do you want to tell Kathleen, if we could?
Well, we got it in a copy.
No, you tell her thank you.
I know. I got it in the video when we were doing the opening.
But she's live right now, so
yeah, she's right here.
So you say thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you, Kathleen.
And we have Emma's dad.
My mom.
And we have Emma's dad, Skipper Dad Kevin.
There's Skipper Dad. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Mama.
So I want to welcome you guys all in. Now, tonight's stream is basically all about the disability access service at the Disney parks. A lot of people in the past would would abuse the original system, which was anybody
Right.
in a wheelchair could go up the back of the could go up the exits of the lines,
Right.
and that got abused big time. So it didn't allow people that had actual disabilities to really benefit from
Right.
it. Now, with regards to the disability access service, people that actually do have genuine disabilities are able to enjoy the theme parks just like anybody else. But for a frame of reference here, would you guys be able to describe the disabilities that you have to deal with, just briefly?
Briefly?
I have my disability. I have income and learning disability.
But why we have to get the DAS is because of the misophonia.
Yeah, that's not really.
It's misophonia, which translates to hatred of noises, but it's certain types of noises.
Talking critical growth or lack of that human right?
And it causes Emma to react very negatively.
Well, violent.
So, well, not violent. So this is why we use the DAS.
Yeah,
and where is our
but you see the fact of the matter is Emma's disability is not something that anybody would be able to pick up on just by seeing her, just by talking to her.
Right.
It's something that's what we refer to as an invisible disability.
Right.
My
invisible disability.
Yeah, my disability is I'm actually legally blind. Now, I can still wait in the normal queue, being legally blind. My vision was affected because when I was born with cataracts, and back in the 70s, the technology was such that they just removed the defective part, which in this case was my lenses. Right. So without my contacts, I have no lenses in my eyes.
Oh.
But I was able to use the disability access services because my girlfriend, Jennifer, she has a physical ailment that she can't really see. She has these cysts in her reproductive area that cause her to have to use the restroom rather frequently. So she would have to not be able to wait in these ridiculously long lines for fear of having to use the restroom. Right. So we would use the disability access service for that type of situation. And that's a great question. That's a very good question, man. Does it work for electric scooters? Melissa, you want to answer that question for
her? What we've learned in December and since then is that we have been told, and we've heard from other people, that now it's more geared toward those with invisible disabilities now, those with autism and stuff like that, because they're saying if you have a scooter or a wheelchair, that the queues are made that you can go through them now. So I would like to talk to a cast member and find out how that works, because we deal with an invisible disability. We've never been to Disney with someone with a physical disability. But what we've done in the what we've read with other people and other Facebook chats and stuff like that people have gone with a grandparent who's in a wheelchair who just had surgery, and they were told they couldn't get a DAS.
Okay.
We were, my child can't sit, or whatever, unless it seems like from our POV is that it's geared more towards those now with those ailments that are invisible, or maybe like your girlfriend Jennifer, who can't stand in those lines due to her invisible disability. It's not a brain issue. It's a physical issue that's unseen.
Exactly.
Kind of like misophonia, because people can't really tell I have that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or my learning disability.
Well, not really your learning, but especially those who are on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And I have quite a few friends who are on the spectrum.
we do too.
And
We do
Yeah.
too. We do too.
Now,
So
now, Emma, I'm assuming that with your misophonia, probably would not be the best idea to take you to a heavy metal concert.
I am going to do it without a headphone.
okay,
Oh, there you go.
what misophonia is certain sounds.
Mhm.
The main sound for most misophonia patients is chewing.
Chewing.
Yeah.
People can't. What misophonia is what I've read is
Mhm.
that your lizard brain is telling you when you hear a certain sound, this sound, it's like a fight or flight thing. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so
I can understand why chewing would kind
so
of
but
present that
right,
situation.
Yeah.
yeah, those people who smack. For
Oh,
Emma, it's coughing,
Clearing throat.
oh,
clearing of throats,
All that other stuff that
um,
human makes.
swallowing.
Mhm.
If she hears somebody swallow, all of that makes her lizard brain go, "We don't like that,"
Okay, which makes sense.
I can go up like a cliff.
because she's been to she's seen Skillet,
Uh-huh.
and her daddy I couldn't hear that. I couldn't felt like I was still hearing an echo the next day after the Skillet concert. But yeah, she can go to concerts. Yeah,
Okay.
she can handle the music and the singing. Now, say if one of the members of Skillet were to cough in the microphone, who
Oh,
knows
yeah.
what would happen?
Okay, I just
Right.
now that actually makes sense because with large crowds, you're going to be hearing
Yeah.
those kinds of annoyances off and on, especially with this crazy pandemic that we've had for the past couple of years.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's totally understandable. Um, now the way from what we have learned, that's me and Jennifer, what we've learned the last time we were at Disneyland is that they've revamped the DAS system to now partner with the Genie Plus service. So it's basically the way it works now is you go to City Hall or the Chamber of Commerce at DCA or basically guest relations, the plaids. You go
The
to their
plaid,
office.
that's right.
Yes, the plaids. You go to their office, you tell them, hey, I've got this issue here, and oh yeah. Oh, that's a great comment there, Kevin.
What did I put?
Oh, I'll put it up there.
Thank you.
It you've never had to present a medical document.
Right.
Right.
The new process involves a video chat with a cast member
Yeah.
when that person with a disability has or person with a personal question. That makes sense because basically what happens with the new DAS system is you're basically given essentially a free upgraded Genie Plus, and what it does is when you want to use it, they show you how to set it up, how to set up your first attraction. You pick whatever attraction you want, and you basically get to go pretty much immediately. Once you're in the queue for that one, you can set up your DAS for your next attraction. So, like say you're at like we were at DCA. Our first attraction that we hit was Spider-Man Web Slingers,
Right.
which it's fun, but a lot of this. So you get your arms workouts that
Get
day.
that cardio.
Yes, you do. You do. Oh, hi there, Rachel. Rachel, you want to do me a huge favor and start putting everybody's channels in chat because you're now one of my mods.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel is another good friend of mine.
Today.
Okay, but yeah. So once you're in queue for that attraction for your first attraction, you can go ahead and use your smartphone and go onto the app and set up your next attraction.
Yes.
So like we ended up setting up soaring around the world.
Mhm.
And because we were able to hop to the next part, once we got over to Disneyland, the next attraction that we set up a DAS for was the Rise of the Resistance. And that was Jennifer's very first time going on Rise.
Oh,
Have you guys ever been on Rise of the Resistance?
Me and Dad have been on there, but we only not get to the vehicle until a power outlet happened with the computer.
Oh no! Did you break it?
No, a thunderstorm hit the building.
not while we were there, but
No.
and
I
this
think that was probably wrong.
no, this is when we went in 2020, our first time back home in 5 years, and I didn't want to walk it, so they finally got I think the number was like 99 or something like that. So Emma and Kevin went, and they came back, and they were, later, and they were laughing, they were talking, even though they didn't get to ride the ride.
We got that thing.
They saw backstage, and the cast members really, the people of Galaxy's Edge
Really nailed it.
really nailed it for Kevin and Emma. So
Of course.
even though they didn't get to do the actual rides, like they saw what's her name, Ray,
Right.
they saw that part.
Me,
Go ahead.
sorry if we're interrupting each other, Brian.
No, that's okay. You say it. You were there.
Apparently, me and the actress who played Ray in the Star Wars trilogy, the new one,
Uh-huh.
the Force Awakens, the other, she and I have the same birthday.
Nice.
And she's only a few years older than me.
That's right. We learned that on your birthday this year. That Ray's birthday is the actress is the same day as Emma. So
There you
that's
go.
pretty
So
cool.
you have a birthday sister. That's awesome.
She has a B-Day sister.
There you go.
And brother to that also Harry Morgan.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
there you
then
go.
we were trying to get on it last time where we had an issue. It went down, and to me this was, and this is going back to
Oh.
DAS.
Sorry, I have to mention this. We have
Uh-oh.
Richard Blumencheese, another good friend. He's a great guy. He's got a great channel. If you ever, he goes pretty much all over. If you want to see some good fun, check out Blumencheese's channel.
Okay.
And I'm sure
We're gonna
Rachel
have to
will
do
probably
that.
post a link for him. And I met him through Kelly's channel.
Okay.
He was in the Disneylanders crew.
Ooh.
Good guy, and he also hangs out with Space Mountain Dave for some reason.
Uh,
I still have no idea why.
I'm guessing they probably know each other.
Yeah, but Brian's making a joke.
I'm making
Oh.
a joke.
He's
Emma,
making,
Emma,
it's subtle.
Oh. I know
Space
what that means.
Space Mountain Dave is a good friend of mine. He's
And
he's
they
a
like to
good
poke
guy.
fun at each other. That's
Yeah,
Oh,
we do.
you guys like a kid one another, like your family.
they kid one
Oh, yeah.
another, right?
When I would pop into Space Mountain Dave's streams on Saturday nights, he usually streams with Mike Klemovich,
Yeah.
and I would always joke that, oh, there's Larry and Curly, and like, hi Larry, hi Curly.
They just need a mow
Yeah, and his
or a
response
shimp.
and Dave's response is,
word in the comments.
yeah, and Dave's response is, well, wouldn't that make you mow?
That's right.
So yeah, I have fun with my friends.
How about
Okay. I'm back.
you're back?
Yeah.
But getting
You're back after having a giggle alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian needs a giggle alert.
I think you can find one of gift.com, like we could call.
Okay. You ready?
Continue.
So last year we were all excited. We had our time for Rise of the Resistance with the DAS. Okay, so we had our time.
Mm-hmm.
We have lunch. We go there. It's Rise of the Resistance is down.
Like
Oh,
always.
So it was down for a good almost 2 hours. So with no notification, nothing, then we start seeing a line. So we get in, I go get in the line, and it's moving. And then I see this family, and I could tell that their son was autistic. And she told me that she goes, this is the line for everybody. So everybody who it was their time and everybody whose times were missed were all in one line.
Oh wow.
And I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself,
That's why the line was so long.
exactly?
Yeah. Now with
So, I mean, the reason for DAS
mhm,
is to
shorten the
to
wait.
skip the line,
Yes, to shorten the wait.
to shorten the wait.
Hmm.
There's no way, and because this young man, he had headphones and he had a support dog. He had a
Hmm.
dog with him,
Yeah.
and that's the only ride he wanted to ride. And when you're autistic, certain forms of it, and you can't do something,
You have a meltdown.
you have a
Yeah.
meltdown.
Yeah.
But after wait, we were fine. The wait was fine. But see, it started raining. It was our last day. So I went up to the cast member and I said, look, I said, we have a DAS because of my daughter who was hanging around palling with her daddy. I said, so where do we go? Oh, we go on this line. I said, but this is the regular line.
No, lightning
Mhm.
line.
But it was still a regular line.
Yeah.
I said,
now-
our white line.
and I told her, I said, the reason she has one is that she cannot wait in a line.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of her misophonia with people coughing would really
Right.
drive her
And I just
bananas.
couldn't get my point through to her. But then Kevin went behind and they had a discussion and they gave her a bunch of fast, some I'm still calling them fast passes.
Well,
I still do too.
But
I do too.
so we had Rock and Roller Coaster and we had a couple of others. I think Tower of Terror and Slinky
Mhm.
Dog, something like that. 3 rides that we like.
Yeah.
But by that time, you could have stuck a fork in me. I was done. Emma was done. We were done. So we didn't get to ride Rise.
Yeah, big crowds can put a damper on anybody's experience, but more so with people that are dealing with issues like being on the spectrum, or in Emma's case, having
Misophonia.
Misophonia. I'm still trying to get that pronounced right.
It's like a long name. It goes in the car with a Phena category.
Phonia. So it's miso, like in miso soup. Phonia. Like Phonia. Misophonia.
That makes sense then. Now again, with back to the way DAS works now, is there are rides that do not have lightning lane. Like for example, Peter Pan at Disneyland, it does not have lightning lane. It should, but it doesn't. It's just the queue is not designed even for Fast Pass. What they would do in that instance is they would open up the back part of the queue, so you're skipping the entire front part of the queue. For anybody that has either the DAS or they wanted to use like a lightning lane. Snow White's Enchanted Wish. I keep wanting to call it Snow White's Scary Adventure. Snow White's Enchanted Wish.
And I want to say we had that, and I say we because that was on the East Coast. Listen to Brian.
Yeah, well, what they did for that ride was we basically went in the exit because it's not set up for the lightning lane. Now rides like Small World, it was set up for a lightning lane because it at one time had a fast pass, so they basically turned the fast pass line into the lightning lane line. It was originally set up with 2 queues anyway, so you could load the boats on either side.
Right.
But yeah, with those kinds of attractions that are set up, that were set up with fast pass, and made the transition to the lightning lane, and hence the new version of DAS a lot easier. But the rides that don't have that setup, they would basically you would end up going up the exit, which I mean, it's a great way. It's a great way for pretty much guests of all abilities to be able to enjoy these parks. And that's the way Walt Disney wanted it. He wanted it so that everybody would be able to enjoy these parks, kids and parents together.
We both Kevin and I need to use scooters.
Mm-hmm.
So we rent them elsewhere. They're delivered to us, and we take them on the on Disney transportation. Hang on a
Okay.
second. So we all like Big Thunder. We get the return time for Emma, but because we're in the scooters, we still go up the back exit because you cannot take a scooter up
the stairs.
Up Big Thunder.
Yeah.
The queue line for Big Thunder. You still have to wait. We still wait in the line, and they tell us where we need to go. We don't skip. That's what people think. It's not. You're not
skipping the line.
You're not skipping the line. You're still waiting.
You're still waiting, but you're able to do other things.
You're able to do other things. You can go to the restroom. You can get something a snack. You can go watch something. You can go in a sit down attraction. You know, you're not waiting. It's just that when you get to your time, you have to wait a little bit, but it's not much, and you're not waiting in the long queue.
Exactly. Now, like there's one attraction that Disneyland that oftentimes it gets a longer queue for the DAS, and that would be the Indiana Jones adventure. If you've never been on Indiana Jones,
no, I know the history.
What was that?
I know the history and the fact that were turned off.
Mm-hmm.
She knows the history of the ride.
Yeah, gotcha. But if you've never been on it, it's basically just like Dinosaur.
Yep.
It's the exact same ride system as Dinosaur. It's just you can actually see where you're going on Indiana Jones for the most part. But it's a fun ride. It is kind of herky jerky.
Yep.
And if you have a fear of snakes, Melissa.
Well, see, you had me at herky jerky because I have my lower back. I can't handle all that.
Mm-hmm.
Space,
but it's not as bad as you think it is.
Well,
because I haven't done Dinosaur in years, and we had friends that we went with friends last in December.
I did.
So Emma wrote it with Chris and Bridget of Storybook Trips. So I was glad that they were there because she was able to ride the rides that I can't ride anymore.
Hey, look who decided to pop in.
Hey, Mike. Hi,
Mike.
Mikey. Not Mikey. He's Mike. He doesn't like Mikey.
Oh, okay.
Call him Mike.
I'll call him Mikey anyway.
Brian can, but we call him Mike. Mike's a good friend.
Mike's a decent guy. He just recently subscribed to this channel too, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Mike.
So welcome in there, Mike. Now another neat thing about the way DAS. Oh well, we were talking about Indy though. It's not as rough as I'm making it out to be.
Okay, so I can handle it.
Think like a Jeep doing some off-roading.
Okay.
No! If you can handle a Jeep doing some off-roading and going down steps, you can do that. Indy.
Yeah,
that's the great part, right?
Yeah, I can handle that.
You can't handle that?
Oh, I can.
Oh, you can? Okay. Then it would probably be the snake lunging at you from the left. I mean the right. Well, you'll find out.
The good thing is that I can't really see that well out of my right eye, so I really have no peripheral over here. So maybe I'll miss it.
Oh, okay. So in other words, the hissy won't bother you too much then, right?
No.
So then we'll make sure Emma's on the right. So she can greet the little hissy that stands about 10 feet tall.
Ooh. Well, that's one of our to-dos for next April. Going there for her 25th birthday is or to get to California and go to Disneyland and DCA.
Oh, I just noticed something here. Thank you, Jonathan, for that announcement.
Congratulations.
I barely keep track of my subscriber count, you know. I mean, it's only 4 subscribers, but still, that's still pretty good.
I think Jonathan might be catching up with you, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't in 100.
But BC, I don't really promote that much, so
right.
But yeah, I basically do this because it's fun. Now, back to the way DAS works. Now, when you're in a queue, like as soon as you scan your ticket at Disneyland or your Magic Band or your phone at Walt Disney World, and it's registered that you're in line, that's when you can sign up for your next attraction, or
Yes,
after about a couple of hours.
Kevin's in charge of that.
Okay. Oh, Kevin, you've got a very tough responsibility there
And he accepts it, and he accepts that responsibility wholeheartedly.
because he's been ordered to by the women in his life.
No, he just for years he's always done it. When they started with fast passes, when we had the paper passes,
I
for
don't
fast pass and
remember now.
Magic Kingdom, Kevin always had it done on his phone. All right, let's go check this out. Let's go get one for here, or let's go get one for there.
So in other words, he's the one that's more organized, right?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. As a Virgo, I'm supposed to be, but I'm not.
Well, okay. Well, I'm a Libra. I just make sure everything's balanced.
Oh.
Libras rule because we don't take sides.
Uh,
Yeah, right. So, yeah, Jennifer and I, last time she was here on Sunday, we sat down before we went to see Thor. And
Love and Thunder.
Good movie.
Okay.
I give it 2 thumbs up. Okay. Now, what we did before our movie date was we sat there and I came up with this little spreadsheet for the days we're going to be in the parks and the restaurants we want to go to.
I did that
I can't
too.
think of writing that well.
We did that
No,
too.
I can't read my writing that well either. So
No,
you're good.
He was writing it in the dark.
Oh.
I was.
Yeah, because you have to do that. Now, when we got the DAS for Emma, as we were talking, backstage, we said that the first time I tried calling the number that's on the Disney website, like if you need assistance, not travel assistance, you need assistance in the park, just click this. And first time I did that, I tried it at 1:00. And I was on hold online for 4 to 5 hours.
That's a long time.
And by then I gave up. So I said, you know what? Maybe I ought to try first thing in the morning. So a couple of days later, I tried first thing in the morning. I still had to wait.
Yep.
But I waited just 2 hours, which isn't bad. It was the morning. I was doing stuff around the house, carrying my phone everywhere I went, make sure I didn't miss anything.
Oh,
and at the 2-hour mark,
I have this everywhere I go.
A cast member came on, very friendly. We chatted back, texted back and forth, and she hit a button, and boom, there she was in person. She talked to Emma. Emma introduced herself. She took a picture of Emma, and we were good to go.
Oh, cool.
And then we were given, because we didn't know what we were going to do first, first rides. So we didn't book. The first 2 days, we were given the choice of booking a ride in advance for the first 2 parks we went to, but we just didn't do that. We got our first park that trip was Animal Kingdom, and our first thing all the time is safaris. You have to do safaris first thing because
the animals
are moving around because they've just been fed. They're active. Is to go to safaris first thing when you hit Animal Kingdom.
Oh, good.
And we didn't use the DAS. We just kept, because it was moving, and we were outside, so it wasn't that bad. And she had her headphones, on with probably the Minecraft music or a Skillet song. You weren't listening to were you still listening to the 50th? Oh, the music for the 50th for Magic Kingdom.
And it goes with Disneyland.
Yeah. So she listened, and we did great.
It goes with Disneyland, by the way.
Usually the first one, we don't use it because we get there at rope drop and boom, we go straight to wherever we're going. And then from there, Kevin starts booking if we do Haunted Mansion first, at Magic
Mhm.
Kingdom, and she wants to do Big Thunder. So while we're on our way to Haunted Mansion, we're getting a time for Big Thunder on the
Mhm.
DAS.
So you basically have your normal routines when you're in the parks, then, right?
Yes, because we went a lot
Mhm.
before well, and during 2015. After we moved to San Antonio, we kind of hadn't gone. So our first trip back was in November 2020.
Okay. Well, in October, it will be my very first trip ever to Walt Disney World.
I wish we were going then, but that's not where DisCon is.
That's all right. That's all right.
But maybe.
I will write my sister card with an Animal Kingdom.
Your sister
Mhm.
part. Okay.
Well, what I've got,
okay.
I've got our park scheduled. Now,
Awesome.
the 29th is our arrival day.
Okay.
We're taking a flight on Friday the 28th
Mm-hmm.
from John Wayne Airport at about 6 p.m. We're flying into Phoenix, and we got a little bit of a layover. We catch a flight at about 10:55 from Phoenix, going to MCO. So it's overnight. So in other words, we get to catch some Z's on the plane.
There you go.
Not sure if Jennifer's going to be able to sleep on the plane, but I will.
Take a sleep gummy.
Hey, there we go. I'll pack her a melatonin. I mean, we got some left from Zoe, so I'll pack one for her. But yeah, we would we'll fly overnight and arrive in Florida at about 7:45 in the morning. Then we head straight to our resort, which is Art of Animation.
Oh, you're gonna like that. That's where we stayed last December.
Yeah, we're staying in a Little Mermaid room.
Oh, no, we didn't pass Little Mermaid. We were in the car suites because Little Mermaid's the farthest away.
Yeah, I heard that. Everybody's telling me, "Oh, you're gonna walk." I'm like, "Good, I can lose a little weight." Oh.
Yeah, but then you got the Skyliner that you can use to studios and Epcot.
I need to tell you that story.
Well, our first day, the 29th, when we arrive,
Mhm.
and if we're able to get into our room right away, then we'll just toss all our junk in the room, and then head over to the animation hall, hop on the bus going to Disney Springs.
There you go.
And we are going to be spending pretty much that day, our first day, exploring Disney Springs, checking out some of the resorts. And I believe I have set up for our first reservation. We want to get breakfast over at Boma because we've heard so many good things about Boma.
We haven't been in ages, but that's why Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House is my favorite resort. I mean, that lobby. I mean, when we had the PD Foodie thing, we were a part of. There's something called the Mickey Monorail that we got a part of as Mouse Foodie, because we did do a Disney one back then with just me talking about the foods.
And talking about the Disney food blog.
Yes, and we got some other well-known blogger asked us to be part of this monorail thing where you lead into each one. They give you a topic and you would just, people can read.
Rachel actually has a very good question here. Which does pertain to DAS.
Yes.
She asked Kevin, so I have autism and ADHD. Can I get DAS, and what do I have to do? What stuff do I need to do to prove it?
You don't have to. It's against HIPAA, HIPPA. It's against HIPAA for anybody to ask you for documentation. You don't need to know from
in other words, Rachel, it's the honor system.
It's the honor system. If you want to do the video chat ahead of time,
do it first thing in the morning.
Personally, for me, yes. Call first thing in the morning. The number after you have your reservation, because you have to have your reservation first before you call in. Once you got everything booked in, hey John.
Hey John.
And then what we do is do the video chat. I wouldn't go to guest relations first thing. because we're the kind of people now that you can do this ahead of time, we're like,
Mhm.
this is cool. We can go straight into doing whatever we want to do. We don't have to stop anywhere.
Oh, that's perfect. Now, how far in advance should we do that?
You can do it as far out as 30 days before your check-in.
Okay, perfect.
So
So,
I did it 3 weeks. 3 weeks before I did ours in November.
oh, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that Jennifer's out here at the end of September, and we'll do our.
That first week in October, she has to be there because the cast member needs to see her. They need to talk to her. They'll take her picture. Blah, 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 bing, bang, boom, and y'all are set.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, welcome in there, John. Thank you for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it. I do believe that John was a guest from Wednesday's stream on your channel.
Yes, on Emma's channel.
Yeah, thank you very much for promoting the stream on your channel up on Wednesday. That really helped.
You're welcome.
No, it was John that did.
Oh, also, I do believe I was invited to pop in tomorrow on Talking Mickey Project with Emma
and Skipper Dad.
and Skipper
That's
Dad.
why I'm doing this tonight, because it gives him a break, because he did it Wednesday. No, I did it Wednesday.
Yeah, we're good too now.
So he didn't want to do 2 in a row. So he'll be
that's totally understandable.
He'll be in the hot seat tomorrow night, right?
Uh-oh. Yes, I will.
But going back to Rachel, yes, you will be able to with your autism and ADHD. My recommendation is to do it, 3 weeks from your check-in, and it's going to be on your reservation.
That's good. That's very good to know, right?
Yeah. So, Rachel, you should have no problem.
Oh, good. Rachel is another friend of mine that I think she'd be a fun guest to have on Talking Mickey Project. So I'll forward on her Facebook information to you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's an absolute sweetheart. She's been around the Disney YouTube community for a while.
Okay, good.
I may have seen her a few times on my channel in the past.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to oh Lord,
Emma.
I mean you, Gary.
Talk to Brian.
Yes.
Brian and his guests, his friends.
Hey, we're all friends here, right?
Yes, right.
We're all here to basically promote each other. I'm kind of going by Kelly's example of helping everybody that comes on.
Yeah, I need to reach out to Kelly, see if she still wants me for Louisiana, since that's where I was born and raised.
Oh, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel is a total sweetheart. She's up there.
I love her picture, the ice cream Mickey. That's cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does movie reviews every Tuesday off of Disney Plus. Every Tuesday evening at 6 Pacific, and I believe that's going to be 8 your time.
Okay.
So I would definitely check her out. She pretty much has small streams, a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll go. My phone's downstairs, so I'll go subscribe when I go downstairs. And
hey, there you go.
Hit that notification bell so I can get notified when she's on.
Of course.
Sorry, Ryan, for a minute. My mom's channel guide is Beyond Disability Technique.
Oh yes, I know that. You kind of bypass, ditch the whole Emma's mom channel and decide to go with the nonprofit channel, which is amazing, by the way.
I don't have anything set up yet. Right now we're in the middle of moving into a new house, so moving out of this house. We're sellers and buyers, so
congratulations. Everybody put hearts in the chats for Emma and her family for moving into a new home. It's a big step for them.
Yes, this will be
going across town.
our 11th move for Kevin and I.
Oh my gosh!
I
And how
don't
many?
know
How many
how
is that for
many
Emma?
from me.
Emma is 9.
Yeah.
9 moves. Makes it difficult to hold on to your friends in your neighborhood, doesn't it?
And that's another reason why we started the channel. Now she has friends in California.
Whoa.
She has friends in
Canada.
Canada. She
Sorry,
has,
got
it's
it.
okay.
I got it.
Mary is in Virginia, so she has a
Look.
friend in Virginia, and Mike is in
New York City,
Jersey.
or actually New Jersey.
Mike K is in
Jersey.
New Jersey, and then we got Crazy Mike who's up there somewhere. You know, Sir Willow who's in Missouri. She has, and then of course she's got all of her family in Louisiana. You know, and there's people when we lived in Tennessee who are subscribers. People here in Texas from the disabled, all abled community that we became a part of. So yeah.
Hold on.
All right, Idaho. Woo!
That got north, right?
Yes, it
Idaho
is.
is next to Washington.
Yeah, it's east of Washington and west of Montana.
I bet you get snow.
Oh yes, in Idaho she gets snow.
Wow.
You know what Idaho's known for?
No.
Potatoes.
Oh,
Brown
you mean these things?
Wow. That looks like the one you see from.
Now I'm hungry for a baked potato, but they're so carby.
Wendy.
Yeah, I know. That's my weakness. I'm a big potato fan. Thank you, Rachel.
I actually used to peel potato in a restaurant.
Yeah, when she was in a school, when she was in school.
That was the Academy at Morgan Wonderland.
I know. They had people might like a work study program, so to speak. So they made deals with certain places, and where Emma worked, and it's still my favorite restaurant here in San Antonio, almost at San Francisco, is Max and Louie's New York Diner. Max,
nice.
So the owners, Drew and Wendy Glick, are from New York, New Jersey. And they came here, and there's always a line, but that they were contacted, and then Emma and Patrick was another one, and a few other friends that we won't mention because we don't have permission to mention them. But they would go. One of the teachers would take them to Max and Louie's.
Somebody wanted to congratulate you.
You think?
Just a little bit.
It's sweet. It's very.
Sweet. hey there, Chris. Chris, Addy Family Ventures. He's
Hi,
a good friend of mine. He's
Chris.
That's
okay.
Chris.
Okay,
he's
Chris.
a good guy.
Hi, Chris.
He has a trivia show every Tuesday called Top Banana Trivia. The winner of the Top Banana Trivia gets a what was that prize there, Chris?
Is it a banana? Okay, Emma's disappearing.
And we have D&G Explorers in the house. Oops.
Hello, D&G.
I'm assuming
I know
Rachel
they're saying hi to
in.
Rachel, but I'm
Yep.
I see you pop up. I'm going to say hi. That's what a Southern girl does.
Of course. There we go. Hi, D&G Explorers. Thank you for stopping by. Now back to the DAS.
Right.
Basically, what made it one of the stories I have about the old disability system, where people would just be able to rent a wheelchair and go up the exits of the rides.
Right.
True story. I actually found this on an old message board called Stupid Guest Tricks. You've heard of David Letterman's Stupid Pet Tricks. These are stupid.
Well, not Emma, but I have. Come on.
I'm calling whoever made that.
Okay.
Well, this is a true story. Okay.
Gotcha.
Over at Disneyland, they have this arcade in Tomorrowland called the Starcade. Oh, here's the prize there for Chris's top banana trivia. I believe
banana.
this past week he did sports movie trivia,
Ooh.
and it was about pretty much any movie that was about a sport, whether it's Rocky or Days of Thunder or Rudy. I mean,
Rudy.
or everybody's favorite sport movie, Field of Dreams.
Yes. Yes, Kevin goes, it's so weird that you like that movie. I just do. I love Field of Dreams.
The
Well,
one that was
it's
from
because it's got all the
Netflix.
feels.
It has all the feels, and it has James Earl Jones. I mean, come on. The voice
Yeah.
of Darth Vader.
Exactly. But back
And
to
Kevin
what
Costner.
I was saying.
Yeah.
The story from Stupid Guest Tricks. Cast member that was working at Honey I Shrunk the Audience. There was a couple of them working the exit of Honey I Shrunk the Audience,
Okay.
and they noticed an abandoned wheelchair, kind of over in the Starcade, kind of over by the Dance Dance Revolution machine. If you've never played Dance Dance Revolution, it's basically a dance simulator.
I seen that.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's that's been in an arcade has seen that right from time to time. Well, the there was this, like I said, there was a wheelchair, kind of a Disneyland wheelchair, abandoned next, kind of near that Dance Dance Revolution machine. So it was during the show. These cast members really didn't have much to do because all they were doing was just waiting for the show to end so that the guests can deposit their 3D glasses in the little receptacles. So they decided, okay, let's see who belongs to this chair. So they went around and were asking the usual suspects. They approached this elderly lady that was near one of the games. She said, "Excuse me, ma'am, is that your chair?" She said, "Oh, no, Sonny, I don't need a wheelchair." Okay, move on to the next ones. They approached an overweight gentleman. They asked him if that was his chair. "Oh, no, I don't need a chair. I can walk." Fine, they moved on. Just on a hunch, they asked the kid that was standing next to the DDR game watching his friend play. Okay, he goes, "Excuse me, is that your chair?" "Oh, no, it's his," and he points to his friend playing DDR.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah. Now, if somebody is playing Dance Dance Revolution,
right,
do you think they really need a wheelchair?
No.
No.
Unless they seriously hurt their leg.
But
yeah, well, what they had done, these were teenagers that had decided, okay, we're going to rent a wheelchair to go up the exits, and that was just. It was wrong because that's one less wheelchair for somebody who may legitimately need one.
Exactly.
It's available, and they're abusing the old system. That kind of behavior, I think, was the reason why they changed the original open disability pass system to something where you actually have to go in and not necessarily prove your disability, but explain it a little bit so that they would be able to see that, yes, this person really does need it, rather than somebody who's just there to abuse it.
What, baby?
Sorry for a minute. I can call the company. Don't we have to do that for the party, though? You know, we are going to a game. You know, we're just going to come back at Kingdom on that one night. Don't we still need that?
If
it still might be crowded.
It may be, but we're gonna be our trip at the end of the month, and I think Brian was talking about his trip, but then we got off on all these other little.
I know we're going all these crazy tangents.
It's okay.
Rabbit hole.
But ours, we shortened our trip, so we decided just to shorten our trip, and so we're flying out on. When you said you're flying on the 28th, we're flying on September 28th. We're just going to stay at the resort on the 29th because we have tickets to the Halloween party. You know, Mickey's not so scary.
I just hold on. I just wanted to point out something. Yeah, D&G Explorers. Yeah, that is pretty darn sad that people would try to cheat the system like that. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I forgot where I was, but that's okay.
Yeah, you're saying that you're going to be arriving on the 28th of September, or leaving the
Right.
28th of
So we have
September.
we're gonna look at the beautiful resort we're staying in, and
Mm-hmm.
then
And it
and then
came
we
around
and then I'm
wall.
assuming like they used to do in the past, they'll let you in at 4.
And they can do that.
We'll find out. Let you in at 4, and then we got the rest of the evening to do anything we want to do in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that Mike, yeah, that's what one of the things I was going to mention is you do use the DAS system now through either the My Disney Experience app or the Disneyland app.
Oh.
That's actually how you use it now. That's what we're talking about. What made it different from the way it used to be years ago.
Mm-hmm. Like we said earlier, they're leaning more towards the invisible disabilities,
Mm-hmm.
since the queue lines are wide enough for wheelchairs and electric scooters and stuff like that. Unless it's like Big Thunder, where you can't take a scooter up the stairs or a wheelchair up the stairs, but you
Mm-hmm.
still get the return time. You wait in your line, and then you go at your appointed time. You go wait where you need to wait.
Yes. Oh, yes. Now, with Disneyland, we have some attractions that you do. If you're in a wheelchair or a scooter, you do bring your chair or scooter up to the load area, and you basically have to transfer from the chair or the scooter
Right.
to the ride vehicle. Haunted Mansion is one such ride,
Yeah.
and that one, if I'm not sure if you guys have been on Haunted Mansion using the scooters. Have you? The one in
Yeah.
Epcot.
Yes. You actually both coasts.
Uh-huh.
In or like in Magic Kingdom, what we do, because of the DAS, we take the different line, and then they take us and you park them by the crypts.
Oh, that's a great question for you.
I think
Mike,
so.
Yeah.
for the DAS, when we used it, we just signed up for it at um, the Chamber of Commerce at DCA, and they added it to, like, they basically gave us kind of a free Genie Plus app.
Oh.
Now I don't know about I can ask Bridget, what our travel agent and friend,
Mm-hmm.
if you have to register for the DAS for every trip.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's one of the things I'm going to ask our travel agent Amber. Um,
yeah.
she has a YouTube channel as well. It's Mickey Travels Amber.
Okay.
So, and the reason that I picked her as a travel agent, it's not because she has a YouTube channel. That's part of it, but her day job when she's not a travel agent, she's a teacher.
Oh.
So I picked her for that reason,
Right.
because my girlfriend is a preschool teacher.
Oh.
So that's basically why I decided on Amber as a travel agent.
Cool.
But I've actually run into a lot of friends on in the Disney YouTube community who are travel agents, like Jillian from the Hitchhiking Bones. She's a travel agent with Mickey Travels.
Okay.
So there's a lot of them out there that can help you plan a Disney vacation, which is really cool. And
Cool.
and of course, you guys have your contacts in the travel agent industry as well, right?
Yes. Yes. We met Bridget before she was a travel agent.
Quick one.
We met her at Six Flags, waiting for the train at Six Flags.
My own purse.
And am I in the way? All right, there's a purse hanging on the wall. Can y'all see it?
Yep.
Okay. Emma's
It's
got
not
5.
the heart one.
Emma's
It's the one with the character on it.
well, she has 5 of those, because when we were cleaning out her closet, I found the other 4 because the straps would break. But
yeah.
Bridget noticed Emma's purse, and then we started talking Disney. And when you start talking Disney to somebody, they're automatically your friend. you know, and that's how
Exactly.
we met Bridget and her husband.
Exactly.
Then she became a travel agent, and then she planned she's planned all of our Disney trips since we started. Well, back in 2019, when we went to Disneyland,
Well,
and then our 2020 trip, our last year's trip, this year's trip. Okay, D and
That's
G.
that's a great point there,
Okay,
Daisy. That if you have an annual pass,
okay, yeah,
it's
vegan.
that
actually
makes
linked to your
sense.
Yeah.
pass.
That
If you
makes
don't have
sense. Thank
an annual
you.
pass,
Yeah.
and we're buying tickets, pretty sure you would you need to do it for every trip. That actually does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that, DG.
Thank you. Now I know.
Wait, is
Yeah.
it vegan no pack or
Season pass.
they
Season
Well,
pass.
change they
season
change
pass,
it?
annual pass, same difference.
They change the name again?
Everybody calls it something different depending on which
Oh.
coast you're on.
Yeah, over
Oh.
here they call it the Magic Keys.
Yeah, now they
And
Oh.
changed to the Magic Keys.
yeah, it's a Magic Key
Well,
system. And
look like the walk to the King of
other
Peter's book.
I don't know.
other theme parks, like say Six Flags, they'll call it a season pass because most Six Flags parks aren't open year round.
No.
Right.
They're only open
Yeah.
from like the spring to the fall. They'll close
Yeah.
down during the winter. And I know there's some parks that they open from Memorial Day to just
Labor
past
Day.
Labor Day, and
Right.
that's it. So that would basically be literally one season.
Yeah.
So, but and of course we also have other friends in the community here that, well, not here, but I did send him an invitation to come watch the stream. He'll probably end up watching the replay. And that's
Yeah.
our good friend, your friend and mine, George.
So
Haka Kimi can make a noise.
Hashtag what?
Team replay. Make a
Team
noise.
Oh, yeah.
team replay.
Of course. Yeah, that's probably the one thing I really appreciate about the Disney YouTube community is I made so many really cool friends here. You know,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the one we're planning after this one, we'll start planning for the one for her 25th birthday. She wants to be in Disneyland
mm-hmm.
on her 25th.
Okay.
So we're looking, you know, it's April.
You know, I'll tell you what. If you guys come out here for your 25th birthday, Emma, I will make darn sure that you get good and embarrassed for your 25th birthday.
Oh no, I'm gonna do that. That's what moms are for.
Yeah, but I've got a special way of doing this.
He still has contacts where
I
he
still
used to
have
work.
contacts. See, I'm wearing them right now, you know.
I see what you did
I see what you did there.
But I still have a lot of friends that work at Disneyland.
Good.
And one of the fun things that I used to do, we used to do land help for the parades, for the Parade of the Stars, which is basically, since they didn't have enough cast members to do guest control for the whole parade route, they would take out the call for stores and foods to send a couple of cast members over to basically help out and do some menial jobs during the parade.
Right.
Stuff that's easily trainable. Like, for example, hopping in one of the fenced off areas in the grassy areas and keep people moving through the walkway, or setting up a rope and keeping the guests entertained while the parade's before the parade starts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, if you're familiar with Disneyland, you'll know that there is always a popcorn cart right at the hub. Okay.
Right.
It's like on the south end of the hub. Well, what a lot of people don't realize is there's a plug hole next to that popcorn cart. And what they would do is they would take, they pull the plugs out. They take one of those poles with the rope on it. They drop a pole in there, and they would take a rope, and I would take a rope and connect it from that pole all the way across the street there, kind of block off that part of the circle around the hub, and have it be like a little viewing area for the parade. And so guests would, when I set up the popcorn rope, guests would basically line up behind that rope to get ready for the parade.
So that's where they store them?
No, that wasn't where they started. That was like kind of in the middle of the
No,
parade.
stored.
No, that's not where they stored him. He's just telling you
I
what
was
he has
yeah.
done.
What that was one of my
Oh.
jobs was I would set up the popcorn rope and keep the guests entertained while the parade was getting ready to come down. Well, anytime I'd find someone to celebrate a birthday, I would approach them and say, "Oh, looks like it's your birthday today. Well, happy birthday. I've got to do something very special for you." And so what I would do is I would get in my big loud voice and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a birthday here. Emma here is turning 25 years old today. Let's give her a big old round of applause." And
We'll
and
do
of
this a
course,
round of applause.
I would judge how crazy it's going to be based on the number of people I get to give her a round of applause.
Aw, that's
And
cool.
then what I would do is I'd say, "Well, I've got a special birthday song for Emma, but I need everybody to repeat after me." And I would do this whole military style birthday song
Oh, cool. Look at
that
Emma.
went that went like it went like, "I don't know, but I've been told Emma here is getting old."
I heard that coming before.
So, in other words, I would get crowds of people chanting along with me doing that call and response type of deal.
Oh, she
So,
would love that because we would love to be able to meet up with you when we're there.
oh heck yeah,
We might be doing like a little meetup thing.
yeah.
Because we're trying to get people from San Antonio to come with us to Disneyland to help celebrate her 25th.
I could ask Gracie and her family will be able to.
Who?
Grace and them.
We'll see.
And then Fanny.
We'll see.
Yes, I do have a bad sense of humor. I'm sorry, guys. That's
No,
just me.
you
don't.
You were the good one.
Hey, it's been, oh my gosh, time flies when you're having fun. It's been over an hour,
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, go wake up right before y'all then.
and I was actually thinking maybe this would be about 30 minutes, but wow, I guess we've been having a good
No.
time.
Not when you have me on.
My first couple streams were about a half hour, and I figured, I was thinking, maybe a bit half hour, maybe a little longer. I don't know.
Right.
But I had a blast. I want to thank you guys for being on with me, and thank everybody in chat for sticking around. John, D&G Explorers, thank you for stopping by. Mar, Jonathan, thank you for all the help. I really appreciated that little video you posted for me. That was a blast. Skipper Dad, I know you're still around here.
Hi, Daddy.
I heard him on the phone. I don't know who he was talking to. Probably his mom and dad.
Hi, Grandma.
Yeah, but again, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to be doing another stream next Friday. Haven't decided what it'll be, but I'll set up the thumbnail sometime early next week. But maybe you guys can come on back another time. I'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This when you're talking to you about DAS brought back a lot of memories.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, oh yeah, that,
Uh-huh.
So,
but yeah, definitely, I'm gonna have more guests on because this was an absolute blast.
We did. I had a good time. How about you? Yes.
Emma,
so thank you, Brian.
Emma, thank you for coming on. Melissa, thank you very much for coming on. I greatly appreciate you too. So
we appreciate you too, Brian. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for coming on, and you all have a very magical evening, okay?
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Evening.